In a city in crisis, a former Safe Streets leader who is facing federal drug charges now has a warrant out for his arrest. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost joins us live from the newsroom with the latest development. Mackenzie.
Yeah, Maxine, so David Caldwell was once a site supervisor for the Safe Streets program in the Bel Air Edison neighborhood. Now he's facing felony drug charges, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest because he failed to appear earlier this week for his court appearance. And an attorney tells me that this is an example of why questions continue to swirl about transparency surrounding the Safe Streets program. Just over 2 years ago,
was the FBI here this morning?
The FBI came knocking at the Bel Air Edison Safe Street site and then supervisors David Caldwell's home. The FBI seized a gun magazine with 9 live rounds and drug packaging material from Caldwell's house. So far, nothing has ever come from that federal search. By January 2024, Caldwell, who served as the site supervisor of the Bel Air Edison location, no longer worked for Safe Streets. But on the state side, Caldwell remains tangled with law enforcement. In February of this year, Caldwell was seen by police involved in alleged drug deals, according to court documents. Police found a brown paper bag inside Caldwell's suspected vehicle, which was found to contain a black wrapped brick police believed was cocaine. Court records go on to say the BPD detective knows that high-level narcotics traffickers will package their cocaine in pressed packages in a square brick shape, weighing about 1 kilogram. Now Caldwell is facing felony drug charges,
which indicates that because he was charged with having over 1 kilogram of cocaine on him, which is an uncommon amount to see charged to the state court, it says that number one, he was a target of law enforcement, and number two, the state's attorney's office obviously wants to put the press on this case.
Caldwell was supposed to show up to Baltimore City Circuit Court Monday, but online records show he skipped out. Now a warrant is out for his arrest. Attorney Jeremy Eldridge is not affiliated with this case.
When someone doesn't appear for a felony court date, it's either they didn't know because the lawyer didn't tell them, or more commonly, it's an escape hatch.
Eldridge says maybe Caldwell didn't like the judge or a potential plea deal on the table.
It's not wholly uncommon for somebody to say, I'm just not going to go to court, and then that way they have an opportunity to buy themselves some time, potentially turn themselves in or get discovered at a later date, and hope that either the case falls apart, they get a better plea offer, or they potentially get a better judge.
While Caldwell may not be a violence interrupter anymore, Eldridge says his criminal activity now raises questions about what might still be going on. Eldridge says there's a balance the program must strike with trying to help people create a life without crime.
But when we run into people like David Caldwell, who never actually stopped their criminality, that's the problem. And it begs the question, does he still have involvement with people in the Safe Streets program? Are there other individuals that are engaging in violence? And it questions the efficacy of the entire program.
Fox 45 News has been investigating Safe Streets for years. Throughout that time, the only instance when the public has learned names of violence interrupters facing charges has been when Fox 45 News has uncovered it. City Hall maintains the names of the violence interrupters are not the city's to share, despite the program running on taxpayer dollars. Recently, Fox 45 News obtained courtroom audio of attorneys seemingly tying their clients to the Safe Streets program in an attempt to better themselves.
He also spends a significant amount of time volunteering. He works with Safe Streets.
The esteemed minister has known my client for several years and has affirmed that my client participates in Safe Streets and has been a long-time advocate for those in dire straits.
The mayor's office says those employees in question are not Safe Streets employees, but this is something the city's top prosecutor says.
It's almost as if people are in the criminal justice system are using Safe Streets to get out of jail free card.
Would not be an issue if the mayor's office would be transparent about who the workers are.
We wouldn't have to do this if they just were transparent and they just gave us the names.
Ultimately, Eldridge says police may go looking for Caldwell, find him during another investigation, or Caldwell could turn himself in.
Mr. Caldwell really does not have a large universe of options here.
If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison.
However, the interesting thing here is that CDS large amount carries a 5-year mandatory minimum, meaning that you would do essentially day for day on that sentence, unlike a lot of other charges.
Now, Now, Caldwell is being represented by a public defender. I reached out to the public defender's office to see if they have any information about where Caldwell is or why he didn't show up to court, but I'm told they have no comment. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
Hi, I'm Maxine Stryker. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out Fox Baltimore on social media to find more stories like this.